Right, Assalamualaikum. Today we are moving on to the next eating skill. It is called investigating hunger and appetite. Okay, so far we've talked about the 2-minute halftime eating, intermittent eating skill. We've talked about food in mouth, fork on plate, and this is the third one, right? So this skill is about waiting to experience. This might sound simple, but it's something that many of us don't really do properly. Before we get started, let's talk about the differences between hunger and appetite. And while the two words are they aren't the same thing. Okay? Hunger. Let's talk about hunger first. Hunger signals the physiological need for food. It's a sensation in your belly or body that tells you that you need to eat in the nearish future. Hunger is often described as an empty, hollow feeling in the belly, a dip in energy, or struggling to focus. Whereas appetite, on the other hand, is a psychological want that comes from your mind. Appetite is a desire for food as opposed to hunger's need for food. Have you ever declared yourself stuffed after having a big meal but managed to make room for dessert once it was served, right? Like every wedding or gathering that you've been to? Or have you ever smelled delicious food cooking, right? And suddenly you wanted some. There's nostalgia and all these like feelings and emotions, you're overcome by them. And even though you weren't previously hungry, but you just want it now. These are examples of appetite. Appetite is typically stimulated by seeing, smelling, or hearing about food. Appetite can also show up when we want to use food as a form of self-comfort or relaxation due to stress or strong emotions, or as a stall tactic while we are procrastinating. Right? So I am so guilty of this. Well, I don't know if I feel guilty, but anyways, I go through this so much, and that's why I'm doing these, because I've gone through this journey myself. So for example, some of the times where I find myself snacking on food is usually at nighttime, right? I need to stay up to work, and I need some food to keep me up, or I'm feeling like grumbling even though I've already had dinner. I've actually eaten my caloric allotment for the day, so I don't really need food, but something is telling me to get food because it's also a habit that you are trying to break. So eating based on habit is also more towards on the appetite side than on the hunger side, because hunger needs to be stimulated by that feeling of hunger. The body needs to eat right now. Okay? When else do I eat, like, because my appetite? Definitely with the sights, the smells. When my mother-in-law is cooking, I have to have it, right? So practicing this, that what we're going to do from this week, inshallah, will really, really help us identify and break some chains. All right. Another thing is self-comfort. I have found myself in the pantry like a gazillion times because I just wanted to stuff myself with like some cashews and chocolate chips because nothing else. I wanted nothing else at that moment. That's all I wanted, and I went and got it, and that's what I really needed to break. I just could not keep going on down that path. So everyone occasionally eats because of appetite, and more often during certain times, right? Holidays, vacations, celebrations, Ramadan, Eid, what else? Different, like, obviously, like birthdays as well, when you're going out, camping in the summers, when we're packing for something like a road trip, or even just packing because you're going to be on the road for a while, like a long commute, right? So this is normal and it's expected. But my goal with this practice is to help you get more in tune with your body so that you're able to recognize whether you're experiencing hunger or appetite. So this will then allow you to make the choice that best serves you and your goals. So what is this week's practice? Before each meal and snack this week, try to notice whether your body is actually hungry and needs the food, or if it is just your mind that wants the food. Notice how hunger and appetite show up differently for you, okay? This can take practice, so be patient with yourself. Try and remind yourself to do it over and over again. Lean into casual curiosity, which is gentle, okay? Casual curiosity is like gentle inquiry without any judgment, okay? You're not judging yourself, you're just inquiring into yourself. Remember that there is no wrong answers here. So, couple of questions that may help you determine if you're experiencing hunger or appetite. Am I hungry enough? Actually, let me see if I can quickly add this. We'll add a screenshot here to show up for you guys. There we go, it worked. All right. So, am I hungry enough to eat a meal of protein and veggies, or do I simply want to eat something very specific based on an external cue, which is sight or smell? Is the sensation that I'm experiencing coming from my body, or is it like belly, or is it coming from my mind? Is there something else that I need other than food right now? For example, a distraction from work, a hug, a listening ear, an energizing walk, some mobility, maybe a workout, maybe a nap, right? So that's all I'm asking you to do this week, is to recognize it. Don't change it, don't avoid the food, just recognize. Simply try to determine if you're experiencing hunger or an appetite before eating. Okay, now let me give you a bonus exercise. You may find yourself experiencing a combination of hunger and appetite. So you may be a little bit hungry and also have an appetite for more of what would be necessary to satisfy your hunger. See if you can notice the difference there, right? For example, I'm hungry for one piece of pizza. I have an appetite for 3 pieces, right? And that's where we go back to the other practices and then we implement them so that we actually are satisfied with the one piece. But for now, we're just going to focus on implementing this and recognizing whether it is hunger or appetite. All right, that's it. Short and sweet. See you in the next lesson, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.